There it began, from nowhere. Suddenly there we were, there everything was, reaching out across billions of years. It started with dust. Dust and gas pulled towards each other across the universe, forming stars and planets. Rocks formed, then mountains, then seas, and us. Suddenly everything had meaning. We gave meaning to it all. Because we could watch. We could look up into the cold black sky full of stars and see wonder. And with that wonder came knowledge. And with knowledge came an unfortunate truth that maybe we were no more superior than the billions of working parts that came before us. Maybe we were a coincidence, just as everything else was before. The universe didn't care we were alive. Now we knew what was up there. All our fairies died. And then we realized that maybe this has all happened before. And it will happen again. Although our lives are all we see, we are but a second of light flickering on the dust. A cog in a machine that's been turning since time itself. Time changes everything. It's the only certainty in the universe. In time, everything changes.
Pay attention, Ash. What did I just say?
You were talking about causality.
Come on, we've been over this countless times. Ashley, you need to start thinking deeper. You see this? It kind of works like this. Now life is a lot like this slinky. Tension's just like before, being played over and over again in loops, waiting for that snap when the tension is the highest and it rebounds back to the state it was before. That point in tension that threw the moment into fruition. Now this is the fundamental theory of my machine.
I still don't understand.
I believe that every decision we make was chosen for us a very long time ago. Every action sends ripples across time to decide another action and so forth. I believe we have no more choice over our decisions than a lion does to hunt prey or bacteria to multiply. And if my theory is correct, what's to say there are not unlimited versions of this universe in multiverses that are exactly the same as this one, but newer or older than this one?
I think I understand.
And that's why my machine doesn't travel in time, it travels in space. It's a bit like putting a ship on top of a space slinky.
So everything I do is already decided?
Well, I suspect so. I mean, it may not seem like that to us, but we, like everything else in the universe, just react to what came before.
So, does that mean I don't have to try? I mean, if everything's just going to work out the way it would anyway.
Ash, you get the point. Just because we have no choice doesn't mean we don't have to try. It means we have to try. Right. So I'm using this to put down my thoughts. Don't really like talking about my past, so I hope whoever sees this can understand my story a little better than I can. So, my story starts at 7:54 a.m. on the 23rd of July 2027. Okay, Ash. I'll be back dinner time. Check on your answers.
Okay. Dad.
What is it?
I was just wondering, where did Mum keep the storybook? You know, the one we talked about earlier?
Ash, we've been over this. I told you there's things in there you just won't understand.
I know, I just want to know.
It's with me. I take it with me sometimes when I go to see her. I read it sometimes. Best not dwell on things in the past, Ash. Be back in an hour. Check over your answers.
For any parent, there is no fear worse than your child disappearing. For Beverly Barkley, it was a fear that came tragically true when her 13-year-old boy, Nicholas, vanished without a trace. Then, after 3 heartbreaking years...
Ash, I thought I told you to stay still till you were done.
...has become a feature-length documentary. This is that true story about the love of a mother, her son, and the imposter.
I never wanted to harm those people. I'm not evil.
Cities don't come more middle American than San Antonio, Texas. It was home for 13-year-old Nicholas Barkley. Until the afternoon of June 13, 1994, when Nicholas inexplicably disappeared.
I thought somebody offered him a ride, and he got in the car. And I think he would have gotten in the car with someone he didn't.
For Nicholas's mother Beverly and his older sister Carrie, every day is lonelier than the last.
You spend 24 hours crying, sick, worried, then you get mad, then you get scared, and then you try to get empowered. You know, okay, what can we do? We'll do flyers, we'll do this, so instead of, you don't cry, you do something positive. Try to work through this, I guess, the solution.
Dad, please! Dad, please! Don't! Dad, I thought you would...
And there it stood still, submerged. All I could do was watch. And then time was thrust back upon me all at once. was it? I can never go back. Time's always been my enemy. This cancerous, elusive entity that slows at hard times and speeds at good times. Cruel time that 1 minute gives life and the next it just takes it away so unceremoniously. I want nothing to do with this to and froing of life. My time wasted thinking about time wasted. I want nothing to do with this time. And that's why I'm gonna kill him.
For any parent, there is no fear worse than your child disappearing. For Beverly Barkley, it was a fear that came tragically true when her 13-year-old boy, Nicholas, vanished without a trace. Then, after 3 heartbreaking years, a reunion so dramatic, it's become a feature-length documentary. This is that true story about the love of a mother, her son, and
Ash, I thought I told you to stay still till you were done.
I never wanted to harm those people. I'm not evil.
Cities don't come more middle American than San Antonio, Texas. It was home for 13-year-old Nicholas Barkley. Until the afternoon of June 13, 1994, when Nicholas inexplicably disappeared.
I thought somebody offered him a ride, and he got in the car. And I think he would have gotten in the car with someone that he didn't.
For Nicholas's mother Beverly and his older sister Carrie, every day is lonelier than the last.
You spend 24 hours crying, worried, then you get mad, then you get scared, and then you try to get empowered. You know, okay, what can we do? We have to do flyers, we'll do this. You know, so instead of for you to try, you do something positive to try to work towards, I guess, a solution, a finding.
I think he disappeared in the afternoon. And the closest wooded area is up here.
Never seen again.
Never seen again. This was the last place he was seen.
San Antonio private investigator Charlie Parker has seen a lot of missing persons cases in his time.
He lived in this house here. To the left, right there.
But none would be like the Nicholas Barkley file. For years, Nicholas's family slowly surrenders any hope of ever seeing him again.
It came to the point where you know you're not gonna find him alive, but you just want to.
You've lost me again.
Oh, come on, pay attention, Ash. Separate their seeds, give them room to grow.
Like this?
Uh-huh. Right, so where was I? Right, in order to know where we're going, we have to know how we got here.
What's the point in understanding where we come from if we can't change it?
Also, we can learn from it. I mean, it may seem just like things happen, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, right, no, I get that. But what does that change about the way we live our lives now?
Well, elaborate.
I just don't see why it matters. Like, if you can't see the future, what's to say one's better than another?
Oh, come on, look, Ash, you're going too deep now.
I just think you spend so much time trying to understand the universe that you might be missing it.
Oh, because we're scientists. You know, we decide our own futures. If we don't like something, we just change it.
Can't change everything though, can we?
She was very sick. No one could have saved her. We tried our best. You know, some things just aren't meant to be.
No, you always say that we make it be. Yeah, whatever it takes, we decide our own future.
Enough, Ash! You have to grow up! I know you miss her. I miss her too. I'm trying. I really am. I'm so much better at this stuff than I am.
Really?
Yeah. She was the dreamer between the two of us. Oh, she knew pain very well, but she could still wake up and see the world with love and wonder. She believed that every decision we made created infinite futures.
What do you mean?
Well, she believed that my science had overlooked one major aspect: the soul. She believed that there was something unexplainable about consciousness that enabled us to bypass our intrinsic instincts, and that meant every decision we made was ours and ours alone, not another version of ourselves. She talked to me for hours about worlds unlike our own. Worlds with live planets and electric trees, worlds with mermaids and ghosts. She'd take herself there, and her own reality became too complicated. She wrote them all down in a storybook, hid them away. I read them sometimes. You know, try and imagine like she could. A world just out of reach. And I'm there. Or a half-bird version of myself, and you're there, and she's there with us. And we're happy. I wish I could believe her when she said those things. I really do, but I don't. She's nowhere, she's just a memory. Now they say that no one truly dies until there's no one left to remember them, that memories are the only things that we really leave behind when everything else turns to dust. Our past is an intrinsic mosaic of experiences that make us who we are, who we want to be. Just memories. And that's all right, but memories can be morphed, stretched, they can be broken. So my life, my present, is dictated by broken memories. Sometimes I wish I could just close my eyes, forget, start all over again, but broken memories are all that I have of them now.
days turn to months, then years, Nicholas's family slowly surrenders any hope of ever seeing him again. For any parent, there is no fear worse than your child disappearing. For Beverly Barkley, it was a fear that came tragically true when her 13-year-old boy, Nicholas, vanished.
Ash, I thought I told you to stay still till you were done.
Then, after 3 heartbreaking years, a reunion so dramatic, it's become a feature-length documentary. This is that true story about the love of a mother, her son, and the imposter.
I never wanted to harm those people. I'm not evil.
Cities don't come more middle American than San Antonio, Texas. It was home for 13-year-old Nicholas Barkley. Until the afternoon of June 13, 1994, when Nicholas inexplicably disappeared.
I thought somebody offered him a ride, and he got in the car. And I think he would have gotten in the car with something, but he didn't.
For Nicholas's mother Beverly and his older sister Carrie, every day is lonelier than the last.
You spend
Ash, I told you to stay in the seat. What are you doing this?
Dad, please!
What the car? What are you doing this? I told you.
No, Dad, please!
Go right now. We have to go. Seriously, we have to go right now.
Dad, I thought you would...
Go to bed.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Cleaned your teeth.
Dad.
Okay. Okay. Good night, kiddo.
Hey, Dad. I was just thinking, maybe it'd be good for you to try meeting someone.
Meeting who?
Who knows? That's up to you.
Why?
Well, don't you get lonely?
I get lonely, I've got you.
I'm not going to be around here forever. Colleges are going to start enrolling soon, and I hear goldsmiths in London have a pretty good art program.
Art? Well, I thought you wanted...
I don't know what I want to do yet, but it seems like a pretty good place to start. It'll also be good to have someone take you off my hands sometimes.
I don't need to meet anyone. I met my someone already, and I got you out of it, and I hit the jackpot. I was incredibly lucky, I was very happy, and I'd do it all again. I could. There's no one out there for me. I'm out of second chances.
I'm just saying that maybe life is the way it is for a reason, and that's okay.
But wouldn't you want to go back and change some things? Put an end to Father Time's madness?
I just don't think he's as bad a guy as you tried to make him out to be. I mean, he gave us now, didn't he?
What do you mean?
Well, what's happened? It's just a story we tell ourselves. And what's going to be, it's just a story that we want to hear. What we have now is just what we have now. Hey, Dad. Could you help me with this? It's just this question I'm trying to understand. I'm sorry, you've told me this already. I can figure it out, I just need to try harder.
Ash, if you listen to anything I say, just listen to this one thing. There's more important things in life than the truth. The reason I was so hard on you was because you're a genius, but being a genius is a gift. It's not a purpose. Some things are best left to mystery, to wonder.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's okay. And I hope you'll understand one day. I love you, Ash. I love you forever. To the end, beyond.
For any parent, there is no fear worse than your child disappearing. For Beverly Barkley, it was a fear that came tragically true when her 13-year-old boy, Nicholas, vanished without a trace. Then, after 3 heartbreaking years, a reunion so dramatic, it's become a feature-length documentary. This is that true story about the love of a mother, her son, and the imposter.
I never wanted to harm those people.
Ash, I thought I told you to stay still till you were done.
Cities don't come more middle American than San Antonio, Texas. It was home for 13-year-old Nicholas Barkley. Until the afternoon of June 13, 1994, when Nicholas inexplicably disappeared.
Somebody offered him a ride, and he got in the car. And I think he would have gotten in the car with someone that he didn't.
For Nicholas's mother Beverly and his older sister Carrie, every day is lonelier than the last.
know, so instead of, for you don't cry, you do something positive and try to work towards.
I thought for a long time that everything in the universe was calculable until that moment I saw her die. No combination of words can describe the intricacy of what I felt that day. I can know, but you can never truly understand that feeling. Unexplainable. It's a feeling that goes beyond science, beyond evolution. For at that moment I truly felt present.